What started as a private legal matter is no longer happening quietly. Over the past 24 hours, a name most people didn't expect has entered the conversation. And the moment that happened, everything changed. Because this story is no longer just about allegations or statements or legal paperwork. It's about influence, it's about timing, and it's about why public silence suddenly feels very deliberate. When the news surrounding Stefon Diggs first surfaced, the response followed a familiar pattern. Statements were issued, attorneys weighed in, a professional organization expressed support, nothing explosive, nothing emotional, just control. But then attention shifted, not because new legal documents appeared, but because reports suggested Cardi B may have reached out behind the scenes. And that single detail reframed the entire situation, not because it confirms anything, not because it resolves anything, but because it introduces a new variable: public perception. Cardi B is not just a celebrity name. She's a cultural force with a history of speaking directly, emotionally, and unapologetically to the public. When someone like that becomes even loosely connected to a sensitive situation, people start asking questions. Why now? Why privately? And why this way? According to available reports, the outreach wasn't about statements or defenses. It was reportedly about diffusing tension. That word matters. Diffusing suggests things were escalating, at least emotionally, if not publicly. And that's the first major shift in the story. Because until this moment, everything had been happening at a distance. The legal side emphasizing denial, the professional side emphasizing stability, and the public left interpreting silence. But now, the conversation isn't just about what happened. It's about how the people involved are reacting to how the story is being received. Fans noticed the tone online changing almost immediately. Comment sections became more cautious. Speculation slowed. The conversation moved from outrage to uncertainty. And uncertainty is powerful, especially in cases where no clear narrative has been established. This is where Hollywood strategy becomes visible. When high-profile names stay quiet, it's often intentional. When others step in quietly, it's rarely accidental. And while nothing about this development confirms facts or outcomes, it does suggest concern about direction, concern about escalation, concern about public momentum. Because in today's media landscape, perception can outpace reality. Another key detail fans are watching closely is timing. This outreach didn't happen during peak attention. It didn't happen during a press storm. It happened during a moment of relative calm. That suggests restraint. And restraint signals control, not chaos. That's why this moment matters more than people realize. Not because it resolves the case, but because it shows awareness of what could happen next. Once public opinion hardens, it's almost impossible to reverse, and celebrities know this better than anyone. Which brings us to the silence. No dramatic social posts, no public rebuttals, no emotional interviews, just stillness. In cases like this, silence can mean many things. It can mean legal advice is being followed carefully, it can mean protection of all parties involved, or it can mean waiting, watching how the narrative settles. And right now, the narrative is no longer running wild. It's slowing down. That doesn't mean resolution is coming. It doesn't mean outcomes are set. It simply means the situation has entered a more controlled phase, and Cardi B's name appearing at this exact moment suggests one thing clearly. This story is being managed, not ignored. That distinction matters, because ignored stories explode. Managed ones evolve quietly. As HollyBuzz always emphasizes, it's important not to jump to conclusions. This is not about guilt or innocence. It's not about taking sides. It's about understanding how celebrity influence, legal strategy, and public emotion intersect. And right now, they're intersecting very carefully. What happens next likely won't be loud, it will be subtle. A shift in language, a shift in visibility, a shift in attention. And those watching closely will notice it first. Because when powerful figures move quietly, it usually means everyone involved understands just how high the stakes really are. Do you think moments like this calm situations, Or do they signal that something even bigger could still be unfolding? Comment your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe to HollyBuzz for latest news and dramas about celebrities' life.